now listening to the Fulltime Bosscast. Navigating the journey from a 9-to-5 to full-time entrepreneurship with your hosts, Ryan the Boss and Lady Shay. Presented by Morningstar Printing, where we print pretty much everything.
Okay. Welcome to the Fulltime Bosscast. What is this? The audio edition. Our first ever audio edition. This is Ryan the Boss here. And I got Lady Shay. You over there, Lady Shay?
I'm here.
You're there. And we sound clear and crystal clear. Look at that. You know, if we had a sound, we're working on sounds. That's coming. But we're good right now. So, So before we go on, as you hear, this is our first audio Bosscast. We are just actually testing the audio as well, too, to make sure everything is good to go, because we are going to be implementing this into our rotation one, and into the videos. We're going to make sure, you know, the audio is nice and clear, because that was one of the consistent critiques that we got from our otherwise perfect Bosscast podcast. Right, but we're here. Me, Lady Shay. We got Phil in the background. Brian, Lucas. We all here in the building right now. Soon, everyone will have their own mics. Phil, do you want to say something? Say something loud. Hey!
What up, yo?
Hey, Brian's there too. There we go. See, everybody's there in the background. So we here. So, Lady Shay, yeah, you got. I don't want to do too much talking, because everyone says I talk too much and you don't talk enough.
You do talk too much.
So then why don't you say something then?
Well,
shoot.
I will say that I have a lot of makeup on for this audio podcast that we're doing today, because nobody told me
she didn't get the memo
that it was an audio podcast. I would have been in my jogging pants and, you know, no makeup. But I am wearing my glasses, so I'm feeling a little comfy. So
yeah, nice.
I'm happy to test the audio. I'm interested to see what it sounds like, because we have some new things, new tools and things in the background.
We're working and we're learning as we go along. And as Deion Sanders, he said, what? You look good, you feel good. You feel good, you're something good. So even though no one sees you, listeners, she looks good.
Thank you.
Me, on the other hand, my beard is grown. I got my toque on, my crubby sweater, some jeans. I feel good, though, because I don't need to be all, like, presentable. Yeah. All right. So moving on. So let's get into a little history about the podcast. We're going to talk about some things today. We're going to talk about the history of the podcast. We're going to talk about Will Smith. We have to. We're going to go into, like, you know, some of our experiences we experienced through the first podcast, some tips, how we select our guests, what's to come. Before we go on, this podcast is broadcast at the Photo Video Studio and is sponsored by Morningstar Printing, where we print everything. For those who don't know, I own Morningstar Printing too. So I am sponsoring this along with my peoples at Photo Video Studio. So we have this podcast. So I'm going to ask you, Lady Shay, like, to you, what is the concept of this podcast to you, I guess?
Well, the podcast to me is for somebody out there just like me. I work full time.
Right.
I'm in a 9-to-5.
Right.
I've had many side hustles. I've never, you know, I don't know if it's a me thing or the side hustle thing, but never moved into being a full-time entrepreneur. Yet. Operative word.
But what people don't know is that you had a lot of ideas. She has
consistently have a lot of ideas.
You know, Lady Shay's thrown a lot of ideas to me. It's a lot of good ideas, but you know, it's never materialized. But anyways,
they never materialized.
Carry on.
But sorry. it's you know, it's the imposter syndrome. It's the fear. It's all the things that we've talked about with many guests on this podcast as to why it's difficult to transition from a full-time job to full-time entrepreneurship, that security or perceived security. So I know this podcast is speaking to people like me, people that are full-time workers, part-time workers, side hustlers, that want to actually take that leap and be their own boss. Because in this climate today, like in this world today, people really value flexibility, freedom, you know, things that working a 9-to-5 sometimes, you know, doesn't give you. So
But on a side note, though, even though you work your 9 to 5, and we're not going to say what she does because she's able to sneak away every day, every Tuesday. We actually record on Tuesdays to do the the Bosscast, right? So so that's essentially what she was saying. Is that the idea is to just give people some help, some guidelines, some guidance on the journey. For those who are trying to transition into the full-time, you know what I mean? And not only that, just interviewing people who've done it and just getting, testimonials from them to show that it is possible.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're speaking to the people that want to move in that direction.
Exactly. Or that are already doing it, maybe side
hustling.
And trying to,
we're not saying that there's anything wrong with working full-time or a 9 to 5. So I don't want that to be misconstrued.
Right.
Some people enjoy that life and that
it's
they're
not
very
for everybody.
Successful for in that life.
Some ain't built like that. Yeah.
Exactly. But that's the reality.
No,
but it's not even whether you're built or you're not. Like it's the reality. Yeah. Like there are everybody plays a role in this ecosystem that we live in, right? So there has to be people that do the 9 to 5 jobs.
Form like Voltron.
Yeah.
For the young ones.
Yes. Okay.
I'm for the older heads.
Yeah, the older heads.
So what do the young ones do? Like Power Rangers? No, that's still old, right?
Power Rangers is
Transformers. No, what do you form? You form together, like though, like you form. Like how Voltron used to come together. Power Rangers, the Megazord came together. What do they do now? Like Transformers? Don't they come together to form one big Transformer?
I think you're.
Oh, they don't do that no more.
Wow,
y'all are missing out, kids. The kids are missing out. Before we go on, whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to whatever streaming place that is streaming this, whether it's Spotify, iTunes, whatever, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I haven't even started that yet. So you're going to hear this somewhere.
Make
sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow. If this is on YouTube, share. It will be on YouTube. So share, please. We always talk about this mysterious algorithm. We're working on that. So yeah, just please do that. Full-time Bosscast everywhere. You done know. We're taking over. So yeah, it's been an exciting last couple days.
It has been. The world is buzzing.
Yo, my Twitter literally it's slowing down. Like it's moving weird because of Big Willie. Big Willie from Philly. Smacked the dude in his mouthpiece.
And oh my God,
for talking about his woman, and it really opened the floodgates to an amount of different emotions.
Yeah,
from everybody had something to say.
Yeah,
like I'm looking at my Twitter all now, and it's still the number one trending topic.
I mean, I think it's going to be something that is in the history. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Like this incident is not going anywhere.
So for those of you who don't know what happened, because listen, I actually have I'm telling you, I have a friend of mine. She's from France. She lives here, and she doesn't have internet, or she has internet, but she doesn't she's not into she doesn't really do that. She just, I don't know, she listens to Afro beats all day or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. The point is, she ain't got no TV. I had to call her, and I'm like, hey, what did you think about it? And she's like, think about what? And then that was my French accent, for those who were wondering.
Oh my God.
So I explained, and then she's like, what? So anyways, but so for those of you who don't know, it was the Oscars. And Chris Rock was on stage, and he said something about Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, about her hair.
Yeah.
And her scalp, her alopecia. Well, he didn't. Whether intentionally or not, it was something was mentioned.
Okay, but let's not insert, sauce. What he said.
That she's G.I. Jane.
Specifically was a reference to the G.I. Jane movie.
And for those who see G.I. Jane, it's a bald head
shaved
lady,
her head bald. Yes.
And Jada, with a shaved head, didn't appreciate
She didn't appreciate it.
And so Will, after seeing that Jada didn't appreciate the humor, because he was laughing at first, but the laughing, we'll get into that. But he got up, went on stage, slapped the taste out of his mouth, sat back down, and said, "Yo, keep my name out your mouth." And
keep my wife's
sorry, yes.
Out your bleeping mouth.
Right?
To be specific.
I'm trying to be kid friendly on the Bosscast, right?
Well, we're bleeping.
Yeah, bleeping mouth. And yeah, that was that. That was that.
That was
so.
That.
So now, I mean, I before I go into like how this ties into the business, right? The business that is Will Smith, and how, you know, whatever. What did you think about it? Would you have done that as a woman?
I am not a aggressive or violent person in general. So me personally, no, I wouldn't have done it. Right. What I think about what he did is I'm not in a position to judge anyone. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a judgment. I understand perhaps why he did it.
Right.
Do I agree with that method of handling things? Mm-hmm. No, because it comes from a very wounded place, and it comes from a place where his ego was bruised, and you know, he's worried about protecting his wife or whatever. I think that there are better ways to handle it, but I'm not in Will's head or in Will's life.
Right.
So I don't know what he was going through in that moment. I don't know what their family's going through. I don't know, you know, any of that. So I don't have judgment for it. People are people, and he's a human, and he did something that humans do all the time. Mm-hmm. It's just that he's Will Smith, and he did it on a stage in front of millions of people.
Exactly, so. Right? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. My thing is that, well, while I don't condone violence, I'm a man of God. You know what I mean? I love Jesus, and I love love, right? So, but with that, you said hit the butt. Yeah, I love God, but
try Jesus, not me.
Like, you know, like you mentioned, as much as we try to, you know, to control and contain our emotions in situations, man, certain things are triggers, and certain things are boiling pots. Certain things are like, you know, you don't know what someone's thinking at a given time, what they're going through, and you know, for the longest time, and probably going forward, people say things to people without really considering everything.
Especially comedians.
Especially comedians. I love a comedian.
Me too.
Love a good comedian, but I mean, I'm just like, even some things, I'm just like, sometimes I hear some, like, did you hear the last the Dave Chappelle one, the closer, when he was talking about the trans community?
Yes.
Like, regardless of how you feel about the trans community and stuff. When he was saying some things, even me watching, I'm like, dang, yo.
Yeah.
This guy, he's going in.
But historically, comedians have been given a pass.
Yeah, they've been given the pass,
to
right?
say whatever they want.
Yeah.
And it's comedy.
Yeah. It's all in the
But to some people, it's not funny.
You can't find funny, right? So you will test the wrong man at the wrong time.
And Will Smith wasn't the one, the 2, the 3, the 4, or the 5. On that day. So what would I have done? I mean, I would hope that I wouldn't walk up and slap a man in his face but like you said, it's one thing, you know, you got the bruised ego, because Will has been taking it for a long time.
Yeah. Long time. This ain't no new thing. Yeah. And some of it, if not a lot of it, you know, they brought on themselves by making their business so public.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of celebrities out there who their business is not as public.
You don't.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to take both sides of that scale.
Yeah.
You know, so I will acknowledge that. But with that being said, what Chris Rock alluded to wasn't something that was being kind of like explored and celebrated by them. You know, they have their marriage life, how they handle their sex life and all that stuff. But they're open with that.
Yeah.
And they're open to people insulting it because they chose to put that. Okay, that's us.
Yeah.
But that was different. You know what I mean? The whole hair thing. I guess. Because listen, as a black woman, you don't talk about a black woman's hair.
I mean, he has a history of talking about a black woman's hair. He has a whole movie called Good Hair.
Chris Rock knows better.
He knows better.
He knows better. So with that being said, though, with all that being said, I understand why he did it.
I do too.
I don't agree with it.
I feel the same way.
I would have hoped that he would have handled it differently. Maybe go on stage and bust a joke, but that's what people expect Will to do.
But see,
so they poked the bear. They've been poking the bear because he's been doing that.
But see, the thing about it is people don't realize that a lot of the poking that happened with Will and Jada has happened not directly to their face.
Exactly.
This was directly to their face.
Chris Rock was feeling himself.
There was another incident that happened on another red carpet a few award shows ago with Laverne Cox, and she made a comment to Will and Jada to their face, and they were visibly uncomfortable. she mentioned entanglements on the red
I didn't see
carpet,
that.
and they were visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were caught off guard and they kind of chuckled it off, which is what I think Will was doing in this case. He was kind of chuckling it off. Jada was not chuckling.
Yeah. What I was telling one of my boys, I'm like, and we're gonna tie this into the business, don't worry. But what I was telling one of my boys is like, we all have our insecurities.
Everybody does.
Right? We all have stuff. Even myself, like I have alopecia as well too.
Oh, I thought you were just balding.
No, I have it in my head, right? So, but I'm a dude, like so. I just
so it
it
is
off.
different.
I mean,
it is different.
It doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Whatever, right? But so with that being said, but everybody has their insecurities.
Yeah.
Everybody has their stuff, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right. So Cheryl, you can have, say if you had bad skin. Yeah, she has great skin, guys. Don't worry. But if you had bad skin and you had pimples.
Yeah.
And as a woman out there, you're very listen. Even if women have one pimple, they're very insecure. So they may not show it in public.
Yeah.
But behind closed doors, they're like, you know, they make sure that oh, is it? Can you see it? Can you not see it?
Yeah.
You know, as a dude, I'm like, okay, ain't nothing, right? So now, as a husband dealing with the wife, her insecurities behind closed doors, which is a lot more, exacerbated or whatever. So when you come out now and say someone you know, say we're here with Phil, and Phil, if you're my wife, and Phil is like, yo, Regin, your face looks like a crater.
What are you saying? You be slapping Phil across the face?
Me as the husband, knowing the pain and the embarrassment that you feel already. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As my wife, the woman I'm supposed to be protecting.
Yeah.
You understand? And the next man who probably, because I say that because Chris Rock knows Will and Jada. It's not like a random. He was in Fresh Prince. Yeah, that
was a long time.
It was a long time, but no, I'm saying there's been pictures, there's been stuff.
Yeah,
they all roll in the same circle. Hollywood, as much money and as much thing is going on, they all know each other.
I mean, it's true. There is.
He knew. I don't believe that he didn't know.
I'm not saying he knew or he didn't know. There is I don't
Phil's
think.
shaking his head.
I don't think
he knew.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters whether he knew.
It matters. No, I'm gonna tell you why it matters. It matters in the reaction because if Lucas over there who like I don't really know Lucas that well, if he's a joker and he makes a joke, not really knowing the situation, I'll be like whatever. You know what I mean? I probably get whatever, but I wouldn't really whatever. You know, I'm forgiving his ignorance. You know what I mean? But if someone I know does it, and I'm thinking, yo, this guy knows better, and even if he does it, and even if he didn't know. He's cool with us. Why are you clowning me as a friend or an acquaintance, as a fellow black person in there as well too? You know what I mean? Like these and these are just all the aspects.
There's many things.
I don't
think he knew, but I think there's so much history that people don't really realize. Like people there was another thing that's coming up now is an Oscar show in 2016 that Chris Rock was hosting. He's
clowning her too.
And he was clowning her then.
It's not
a new situation. Like maybe from that when he was clowning them then, maybe they still have him up for that. Like you know what I mean? There's a million possibilities.
He knew better. That's the point I'm trying to say.
Is he knew better.
He knew better. Right? So
well, he thought G.I. Jane joke was light.
Yeah, and it was a straw. It wasn't that harsh a joke. It was the straw. Right, so
I'll agree with that.
So with that being said,
Will Smith, the business now.
Exactly. So with that being said, we got it there. We got our opinions out.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So now when it comes to the brand, this was supposed to be his biggest night in his career. Finally getting his Oscar. You know what I mean? And this is now overshadowed. This great movie, King Richard. Have you seen King Richard?
No, I haven't.
Brian, you seen it? No, Phil? Phil seen it? Phil, you seen it? So we're talking to people that you don't.
Richard.
You seen King Richard? Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen it, but
I heard it's really good.
I watched the trailer, and the trailer looks like it could win an Oscar, right? So
I heard it's really good. I'm
gonna go watch King Richard.
Me too. I'm gonna watch.
Big up Serena. Big up Venus. And big up Daddy. You know what I mean? It's good to show strong black fathers. Yo,
yeah.
Hey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another story for another day. But yeah. So that was all overshadowed by this. So now,
was it though?
Okay, maybe not long term, but But in the short term, yes. 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 Yes, yes, and yes. In the long term, he's gonna, it's gonna be acknowledged that, yeah, he won the award, he won this, he won that. But I'm just saying, in popular media, in popular stuff, that's what everybody's talking about. No one's talking about he won the award. Okay, it's a footnote. It's like, yeah, Will, and he won the award. You know what I mean? But he was crying, and you know what I mean? So now, being a business person, is that good for his business? What do you think?
I think Will Smith is Will Smith, and his business ain't gonna be hurt.
I
don't think it's gonna have any effect on his business.
I read that he's worth. I don't know if you want to, Brian, if you want to fact check this. I think his net worth is like $350 million.
Yeah, he's not.
I think he's gonna be all right.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Everybody in that room is gonna be fine.
They're gonna be
Chris
all right.
Rock is gonna be fine. I said it. Chris Rock is gonna get a Netflix comedy special out of this. Okay, he's gonna call it
G.I. Jane.
Something. Maybe not G.I. Jane, but he's gonna call it Will Smith slap the ish out of me or something.
Yeah, 350. Yeah, I was right. 350 million.
So Chris Rock gonna make some money. Chris Rock and Jada are gonna be at the red table.
Yeah. Oh, that red table's gonna get crazy.
They're all gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be fine. So Will Smith, the business, is not going to take a blow or take a hit.
Do you think it's gonna help him?
I mean, I think that in essence it will, because not that I wasn't planning to watch King Richard, because eventually I will watch it, but those people who maybe didn't plan to watch it or didn't watch it or whatever, that brought that to the forefront for them. Also, he has a book that came out recently where he talks about the Will book, where he talks about, I haven't read it.
I actually got it for my birthday. It's been taking dust, but I haven't. But
he talks about trauma. He talks. I was listening to another show, and they were talking about how he talks about feeling guilty about not being able to protect his mother when she was being abused by his father, and so this is kind of a similar
Chris Rock should have read
situation.
He should have read the book.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did, and he chose a light-hearted joke.
He chose violence, yo. He chose violence, yo.
So I feel like, it's going to help him. It's not going to hurt him, but it may help him. I believe that it may help him.
I think in Hollywood, everything helps. I think the only thing that really can hurt you in Hollywood is like sexual harassment or sexual stuff, like the Me Too type stuff.
And that's just now.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying now.
That's just now.
Right? The racism stuff, like the blatant racism stuff may hurt you a bit as far as your popular stuff, but if you're rich, you're rich. But I think those are the two things that could really hurt you. Like what Will Smith did, they say like controversy sells. Everything sells. At the end of the day, they're looking for views. They're looking for hits. They're looking for likes. Look how many stuff capitalized off this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're doing an audio podcast talking about this, hoping that when I put on the caption Will Smith, that people, you know what I mean? The algorithm. Please like, follow, comment, subscribe, follow, share. All of that, please, to the Fulltime Bosscast. Just a quick heads up. The algorithm. No, everybody is, looking for controversy or something to help sell whatever it is they're doing, right?
Yeah.
And I think Will, I don't. Some people say this whole thing was staged. He had that conspiracy.
I don't think it was staged. He looked mad.
I don't know. It
was not staged. He was mad.
He was maybe extra, but
he is extra.
He's an extra person.
Exactly. So, like Will has an ego the size of the entire planet. Like
actors
his
ego, they have to.
Not all of them.
They do. Whether they put it out there or not.
But his is out there.
I don't believe none of y'all.
So
actors,
he was
acting
hurt, and it was extra.
But in his publicist team, like, because we think about like like these guys they just run, so they have like a whole army.
For sure.
So they're probably just like, okay, oh my gosh,
which is why we got a nice little written apology.
Yeah. Oh, they had to put that out.
He had to.
I would have rather him
apologize on the stage,
or not even on the stage, because he didn't have to apologize that night, because it wouldn't have been real to me, at least.
Okay.
Because if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Yeah.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Take a day to think about it. Make a video apologizing.
Yeah.
So until I see him talk, I am not to say I don't accept an apology. First of all, who am I to accept apology?
Exactly.
But I would want to hear
Ryan the Boss.
Exactly.
I'm Ryan the
Boss. I accept your apology, Will. Yes, don't worry. But I would say if I'm Chris Rock, I would want to see you verbally.
But maybe he did, and we just don't know that.
And then there's that. Well,
right?
according to TMZ, they said they haven't spoken yet. So that was yesterday. You know, I keep my ears to the streets. I'm on it. I'm on it. Media takeout. You know, gossip. All them. You know, you gotta. I mean, gotta keep focused,
you have
right?
The time.
So now
you're a full-time entrepreneur.
I'm pretty sure there's entrepreneurs or bosses out there, side hustlers. They're out there thinking, you know, maybe I should ramp up the controversy a little bit. Maybe I should ramp up the excitement. Maybe not based off Will, but I'm saying in general that think that, you know, this sells or sex sells. You know, you have, you know, it's what it is, right? Would you say that we're in an era right now, or we're in a time right now where controversy sells more than the actual product?
That's hard to answer. Because I can only speak for myself, right?
Yeah, from your point of view.
From my point of view, I don't subscribe to controversy in that way. Like, I find it entertaining, but like, I don't know. I just feel like personally, I wouldn't. I just think, what do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known for the drama and the controversy, or do you want to be known for your talent, your skill, your creativity, whatever? So, like, if I know somebody for their drama or controversy, I'm not going to be like, let me buy their product. Right, I might be like, ooh, this is drama, but I'm not thinking.
But essentially, just paying attention to them is buying their product. When it comes to social media, when it comes to views, when it comes to stuff, you know?
I guess.
Because you have two sides of the spectrum. You have someone, say, like a Denzel Washington. You've never heard any type of controversy with him.
But
Denzel
Washington had his day of controversy. We just didn't have social media.
No, what I'm saying is...
But we didn't have social media when he was Will's era and age and, you know, running around on his wife and
The
doing
point is,
all
what
that
I'm saying
stuff.
is, though, he hasn't had it. Whether we know it or not...
We know it.
I'm just saying, it has not come... Can I just use my example in peace?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make you know that
just
when
because,
Denzel Washington was doing his
thing... You watch
thing...
80s Bop magazine back in the day, and you read... you listen to Mr. Magic and Marley Marl back in...
Let's use somebody that is relevant in the day and age of social media.
No, what I'm saying is that whether he had his controversy or not, I'm not saying that all these people, all these actors, they have some level of controversy. I'm saying whether they put it out there. There's a difference, right? Denzel, if controversy followed, I mean, if Denzel had controversy, it's something that it was hush-hush. It was like, no, this is not something we're going with.
Let's talk about Beyonce.
Beyonce has controversy too. What are you talking about?
What controversy?
Beyonce been a culture vulture, yo. Sorry,
controversy?
Beehive. It is what it is. I'm not gonna get into Beyonce's controversy.
She keeps her business quiet. The only thing that came out was that obscure elevator video where they saw her sister beating up on her husband.
But
point other than that, she don't put her business out there.
What about the thing is, even though Beyonce may not say stuff, she condones her hive for their actions by not saying anything to them. So stop that. So don't give me Beyonce, any of them. She's with Jay-Z.
This is a whole different podcast. We can do the Beyonce thing on another day. Let's go back to your lame example of
whatever. Beyonce is a controversy magnet. She with Jay-Z. I'm not even gonna go. Listen, let's not even go there. The point is, we're gonna come back in 1 second.
You're now listening to the Fulltime Bosscast.
All right, so we are, I'm just acknowledging that we are still testing out this whole new audio concept. So we did stop for a second just to breathe. But like I was saying about Beyonce, she has controversy too. She just has a good team that quells
what controversy?
Like I said. Like she's
like you didn't say. That's why I'm asking you. Saying I said.
What about homegirl? What about what's her name? The girl there, Kelly. Is it Kelly? Kelly. You know that girl. Call me Miss Daddy. Daddy.
Her
Miss. Yeezy baby. The girl. Carrie Hilson. Right. So what about when Carrie Hilson was coming up and she quote unquote said maybe something, and then Beyonce, that's the rumor. It's the rumor. Just like a lot of stuff with Denzel is rumor. No,
Denzel.
No.
Admitted.
It's rumor.
No,
it's rumor.
Somebody get on the Google.
It's only because Beyonce doesn't do interviews because she. I don't trust
Get
Google.
on the Google.
No, I'm not getting on Google. She ruined Carrie Hilson's career. Okay,
Carrie Hilson ruined Carrie Hilson's career. Carrie Hilson was supposed
to be anybody that tries to be big. Once they get to a certain level, Beyonce's like, child. All right.
No.
Okay.
Carrie Hilson ruined Carrie Hilson's career. Listen, you have to know there's certain things, there's certain commandments you don't break in the entertainment industry. Thou shalt not mess with Beyonce. Yeah. Like, she has pull.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying she, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
levels.
There's levels.
Okay.
Like,
the point is what I'm saying.
You can't be out here talking about people.
Look at you. You're
Listen,
ready.
I'm
You're just
the
riding for Beyonce.
okay?
The muff came off the microphone. Just put it back on. Look
that?
at you. You guys can't see Cheryl on video. She's riling up. She's ready to fight me.
I'm not
over
ready
Beyonce.
to fight nobody.
And if Brian, who's in the background, if Cheryl were to punch me because of Beyonce, Beyonce would not say anything. She wouldn't say Beyonce wouldn't say, honey, you shouldn't have punched him. Beyonce would just sit there right there with her pretty face.
But Beyonce don't get involved.
Listen, that's the problem.
That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. Beyonce stays in her corner. We don't see her kids unless she's ready to show people her children. I have never seen the little boy yet. You know,
I don't even think Beyonce can talk in public, yo. Listen,
maybe
I'm saying
not. I feel
come
like
at me. I'm ready. Please Beehive.
Please, Beehive. Please excuse this fool. Okay,
I want to see Beyonce do an interview.
She will when she needs to.
She will. She's been
when she needs to. She doesn't need to do it. Okay. She's doing well without it.
This Bosscast is not about Beyonce.
It's not.
The point is what we're trying to say. I don't even know the point. What was that?
We were talking about
they put their
putting business out there. And that's what I'm trying to say. Pick somebody who's relevant today.
I'm using. Okay, so whether it's Denzel or Beyonce, we can use them both, right? Whether or not they have controversy or not, right? It's not something they put out there.
Yeah.
Like, i.e., Kim Kardashian on the other hand, right? Her life, not even her business, her life and her business is based off controversy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She does attract the emotions and the attentions of millions worldwide.
Yeah.
Just as Denzel, just as Beyonce, but her talent, barring the other stuff that actually put her on, is actually peddling controversy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but that's not Will's talent, though.
No. Will is talented, but
that's not Will's thing. But I think that since the inception of his wife's show, the Red Table Talk, they've been intentional. This is my gathering because I actually watch Red Table Talk and I enjoy it. It's very honest and it's very relevant to a lot of things that women and people are dealing with today, which is not it's not, people usually like to cover things up with fluff and glitter.
Yes, we're not here to promote the Red Table Talk.
I'm not promoting the Red Table Talk. What I'm saying is,
please don't turn off our podcast and go watch the Red Table Talk. Okay. Thank you.
Listen.
Yes. Okay.
Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is they have come, since the inception of that show, we've gotten more transparency in what has been going on in their lives. There's been a lot of rumors and speculation about Will and Jada and their relationship and their family and how they're raising their kids and da-da-da-da-da. They're just now talking about it. They're telling their side of the story. They're doing all of that. And that did open them up to a lot of scrutiny and ridicule and comedy and whatever, the butt of everybody's joke, right? The whole entanglement thing, they didn't say that. August Alsina woke up one day and chose violence. They just had to respond. You know what I mean? So it's not like they came out and was like, this is what we did, blah, blah, blah. Well, they had to respond to him.
Did they have to? They didn't have to.
I think in the interest of what they do on the show,
exactly.
If you watch their show.
And I think because of the brand that of their business,
it's the brand.
They were put in the position they had to respond.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So Phil made a point. I mean, you can hear him.
It could likely be all business.
It's all business, right? So
it could likely be all business.
Exactly. Alsina, he put out songs. He had Rick Ross on a song talking about entanglements.
I don't know where that song went.
But, I'm saying it made something. Whether or not it worked for him,
he tried it.
He tried it because it was because he's trying to ride that wave, that controversy wave, right? So, so with that being said, tying that to, bosses around today, I mean, I'm on Twitter sometimes. I see people, trying to do the most to gain attention. You see the reels, people, doing voiceover, just all, you see reels.
Yeah.
And some of it catches me.
Yeah.
I watch some funny stuff where I'm just like, wow, they're really putting their business out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just look any way out there. My wife, Shan, obviously I'm, Shan. So Shan wouldn't, if I tried to do a reel with Shan would be like, you better delete that if she's not perfectly ready for the camera. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so I'm just like, wow, these people out here. I have people who I've seen like slowly devolve or evolve, depending on your point of view, into, the grasp of social media, where they'd be an artist where at first they're, looking presentable, doing their thing. Next thing you know, I can't even scroll on their screen because all I see is like crotch shots and cleavage.
Oh, bye.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, what happened? Like, you had the talent.
Yeah.
You have the talent, not had, but now we're there, right? But with that being said, those crotch shots and cleavage shots is what's gaining him so much, I'm not gonna say he or she, but them, so much more followers, so much more attention.
Watching no man crotch shots.
Sometimes, I'm not necessarily sitting down watching it, but if you're scrolling, and it pops, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think there's a fine line, right? There's a fine line, and I think that's the challenge right now. Because
I love how Lady Shay's implying I'm sitting down watching crotch shots.
I said I didn't think you were, so you said you're not going to say he or she. I would imagine.
Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow, share. Fulltime Bosscast. We are here. We are just here. Sorry, discuss. I know I interrupted it, but we were going on a tangent. I didn't feel like going, even though I kind of encouraged it. But we are here.
Well,
just talking
I was going to say before you interrupt me that there is a fine line, and I think right now a lot of people use social media to build their brand and build their business.
Yes.
And there are some people that use things that are, and it's a world where you can't even pass judgment anymore. Like, if somebody wants to show their body, it's my body, my choice. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
And if that's what they want to do to build their, to me, the question lies in, what do you want to be known for?
Right. Exactly.
That's the bottom line.
How do you want to be perceived?
How do you want to be perceived? And what do you want your legacy to be? Do you want your legacy to be because the internet is
cleavage
forever.
And crotch shots? No? Okay.
It's forever.
Forever. And the thing is, though, a lot of these, whether it's social media people out there, singers, artists, business owners trying to do stuff, the major ones, they have like PR teams around them.
They do.
Who can curate, who monitor stuff, it's purposeful.
Yeah.
But a lot of these people nowadays, they're just doing stuff with no rhyme or reason.
Because they want that one viral
They want
moment.
that one thing, right? And some people it works. Some people it doesn't. My business is not based on anything viral. I've never had anything go viral. Mm-hmm. But we make money here at Morningstar Printing. Mm-hmm. So because we do good work, except for those who we've messed up orders for, which we apologize. We're not perfect, but whatever. But we always make it right.
Yes, you do.
We always make it right. So even if something messes up, we make it. So
I too am a Morningstar Printing customer.
There you go. Thank you. And so is Phil. You can't hear him, but he is too. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. So whether it is Beyonce or Denzel, they make their name off quality work.
Yeah.
That's their name, quality work.
Yeah.
You have Kim Kardashian, who makes her name off controversy.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. There's other people, like there's a basketball player named Gilbert Arenas. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
Nope.
Some people know him. He was a basketball player. Gilbert Arenas, right? He had an okay basketball career. He was good. He was talented. I think his career is cut a little short by injuries and stuff like that. But he reinvented himself as a controversial guy who just says anything, whatever it is, right? I don't necessarily agree with his stuff, a lot of his stuff, but it's really reinvented himself, So there's people out there, what Jake Paul, Logan Paul, like they're running stuff, everything. Like their controversy, they built their stuff off controversy, and now they've parlayed it into sports. They parlayed it into clothing.
Yeah.
The that, right? So they have a good team around them. There's people, so yeah, whichever way you're going, business owners and business owners in the making. As Cheryl said, a lot of these people, like they have they know what they do. How do you want to be perceived?
How do you want to be perceived?
You know, and make that plan it out. Do what you're doing, but do it purposely. You know what I'm saying? Like
social media is an amazing tool.
Yes.
And, you know, it's one of the things that many of our first season guests mentioned as being a tool for them to build their businesses and their brands and build their clientele. And if you use it properly, as we are trying to do with this podcast and the algorithm, so please like, comment, subscribe, follow, and share.
I love that. I love that segue. That's good. She's learning. young caterpillar is learning. So speaking of the first season there, Lady Shay, how did you feel about it?
I thought it was good. I had a lot of fun. You know, this is a new venture for both of us, for everybody in this room. I think it's a new venture for, you know, Phil, who has the photo video spot here in Toronto. It's a new venture for you. It's a new venture for me.
Brian.
I thought Brian, he's in the background here. He does, you know, a lot of the social media stuff
and the directing.
And directing.
Kind of showing us what to say and talk about.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a new venture. We're all learning. I love to learn. If I could be a professional student, I would sit.
There are people
learn.
out there, but aren't they like supposed to be like lazy?
Who?
Like when they say like professional students.
No, I mean if I could get paid to be a student, that's what I mean when I say professional, because I like learning new things. This is new. This is learning, and so I had a lot of fun. I thought, you know, there was a lot of good insights, a lot of people that we spoke to.
So let's go over them.
Some good.
Can I remember? Let's see if I can remember something. So the first episode was Anna.
So
Anna, just a little behind the scenes. If you go back and watch that one, we actually had to record it twice.
We did.
Because we did this whole interview. It was great, but we didn't record it.
No, we did record it. It was recorded. The audio was terrible.
The audio was terrible.
So we had to record the whole thing again because we didn't remember to test the audio before we started the episode.
That was our very first episode. So we do thank Anna at what's her company called
Halftime
again? Halftime Physique for her patience.
Yes.
Because she really sat down with us. She really gave us that, you know, she sat down with us. She was there.
She did. Yeah.
I did get her some Jamaican food after. So she was good. I did buy her some food. So next we had Deanna.
Yes.
Deanna was great. Hers was one of my favorites actually.
Yeah.
She went into her hair journey, hair company journey. What's Deanna's company called again,
Her company is Braids Made Perfect.
Braids Made. See, Shay's on the ball right now. Braids Made Perfect. Yeah. So she went into her, you know, going through her family issues, her marital issues that helped her make that transition and to, you know, gain her some tools as far as confidence, as far as, you know, organization, as far as resources.
Yeah.
She really encouraged people to get them grants, get them government grants. Trudeau was throwing money at everybody, like Oprah giving cars to people. Like, you get a grant. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Third, we had, was it Chris? Chris.
No, Yui was
Yui.
third.
Oh, no, sorry. Yui of Track Ops Media. He's a big time producer. So he's probably a producer. You know, not probably. He's a producer who making money.
Yeah.
But you ain't heard of him. You know what I mean? He's in the underground. These guys just showing different ways to produce and be an artist and make your money. You don't necessarily have to be Boy Wonder or who? Kuda or Timberland or Swiss Beats. I'm trying to get more popular ones. Sorry. The Timberland, Swiss Beats, those guys, right?
He's doing well, just, you know, producing things that we've probably heard, but they're not like, you know, all the way up in
it ain't
the
Drake,
mainstream.
but you be watching a show and he did the background music and he getting that bag.
He's getting the bag.
Right? Who next? Then we had Promise.
No, Chris.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. Chris actually.
Chris Chopite.
Chopite, who there was a lot of outtakes with that one because we kept on messing up his name. I would call him Chipotle. So sorry if you're Chris. We're here mocking your name right now, but it is Chopite, and he's a real estate dude.
Yeah,
and he really gave us his story. He had to take out like $100,000 loan at
private
loan. What was it, like at 30% or something?
No. Was it? It was a high percentage.
Whatever it was, it was ridiculous because he essentially bet on himself.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth. Like that's like everybody bet on themselves in a sense, but they were kind of, the previous guests were forced into it. He made a choice to bet on himself. Like he made that choice. The other people did it based on necessity, like, you know, a changed job or, you know, whatever. With him, he decided, I'm going to do this and take this risk because I know I'm worth that risk. And that was a different message than I think the previous two guests, because he literally said, I'm gonna jump.
And if it didn't work, hey,
yeah, but it did, because
he would have been messed up.
Yeah.
Up next, we had Promise, who's he's an artist actually. So Yui was the producer, Promise was the actual artist. Yeah. Right? A rapper, a good rapper. Yeah, I got bars too, but we're not talking about me. We're talking about Promise. I always have to make sure that the people know that, you know, I could spit. I mean, you keep saying it. I think you're going to have to give somebody something. Not today. I will. But, you know, you're going to have to come with some bars one day. You're going to have to do the Bosscast theme song. Yeah, me and Phil are going to go back bar for bar, back to back. You're going to have to do like the Bosscast theme song. With Kobe and Shaq, yo. Anyways, moving on. So Promise, he gave us his journey. Being encouraged by you know, those around him to take his music to a different level. To show that, you know, that you don't have to be, you know, we always reference Drake because, you know, Drake is he's a perfect Toronto, he's Toronto and he's a perfect target, right? So you don't have to be Drake, you know, to make a living in this industry. If you know how to parlay yourself, if you know how to market yourself, if you know how to, you know, take advantage of the resources around you, research, like Promise was really big on that. So thank you, Promise. Sasha was next, Virtually Noir. Yeah, I like Sasha, how she was able to operate her business from anywhere. Yeah, you know? Virtual assistants. That was also, you know, a new perspective on entrepreneurship, because that's kind of the wave right now. Like people want to work from anywhere. People want to be in Fiji, you know, on the beach with their laptop, still making that money. You know what I mean? Like, so she kind of brought that, you know, I can do this job from anywhere. Like, I think that was that's kind of what people want right now. And you know, a side note from I actually commissioned her to do some work for my Morningstar, so for my social media. So she's helping with that. There you go. And she's in Trinidad right now. Okay. On a beach. I want to be in Trinidad. Making money off me. You know, making money out of me in this old man winter. Like, why is it still so cold? We're in March and it's freezing. I don't get it. End of March. Sasha, we envy you, but we also thank you. Yes. Up next, we had Vanessa. Yes. That was a very that was a very exciting podcast. Yes, it was. That was an exciting episode. We did there was a lot of outtakes with that one as well too. Yeah. And maybe one day we'll post everything, or maybe not. But yeah, but that's Faced by V, Body by V. Body by V, certified medical esthetician, and very, very active on social media. Very active on social media. So, you know, shout out V. You know, I've known V from the beginning of her business. Yes, me too. So to see, you're exactly. Yeah. So to see where she's grown and continue to grow. Yeah. And, you know, to the point where she's now schooling people on how to do stuff, right? So for real. V, we salute you. Yes. And keep doing your thing. And our most recent and the current one we're currently running. So please go on the podcast, go on the page, like, comment, subscribe, follow, share. Helps the algorithm. Go check out Brittany. One of very few, because at first I said she was the only black gymnast, but I got checked on that. Black Canadian gymnast. So she wasn't the only black Canadian gymnast. She's one of two. So there was one in like the 80s, 90s. So I got checked on that. Okay. Right? With that being said, it's still terrible, still horrible. Doesn't really make a difference. Better. Canada, you got to do better. She's one of the only black Canadian gymnasts, female, ever. Mm-hmm. And she's giving her story about, you know, her journey into, you know, helping other black girls do their thing, and also trying to encourage the panels, those in power, to be more inclusive. Yeah, inclusive. I always meant inclusive, exclusive. To be more inclusive to people of color, to black girls, to all of that. That was fun. And she does that through her business or company or gym called Girl Powered. Yes. See? Shay's on point. Girl Powered. And that's Girl POWER apostrophe D. you know. So make sure you follow all those people because they all are doing their thing. And yeah, is there anything that you took from everything, like especially coming in a 9 to 5, trying to get into that realm? What did you take?
Took from all of it, really. Like, I enjoyed talking to everybody. I think I related in some way, shape, or form to everybody. I took a lot of, what did I take? Like, mostly about like betting on yourself. And I think there's a mix of people. Some people, were forced into their full-time entrepreneur or full-time business, and some people made the choice to go into a full-time business. But in all cases, they had to take advantage and use the things that were available to them, like social media. We talked about that at great length before we started recapping the first season. And that's a huge tool. It's free marketing, essentially. And so I think that that's a big thing that I took from a lot of the discussions, and also now following all of these people and seeing how active they are on social media and seeing how they're consistent, like their brand consistency and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I learned a lot. I thought it was a great first go at this new venture. So I'm looking forward to who's coming in the future, which we'll talk about very soon. But do you have any
stuff
what did you
well, seeing it, I'm a boss, I already know everything. No, I'm playing. But no, I mean, I just like to hear different journeys and get different ideas, different concepts of stuff that I can implement in my own stuff. I liked the willingness of Chris to go for it. Like, I am a risk, it's not risk averse, but risk what's the opposite of averse? Risk taker. There you go. You know what I mean?
I'm sure there's another word.
I know there's probably a more technical word,
right?
But
right now.
So I did really like that, go for it mentality, because you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
100.
Hey, you know what I mean? You got to shoot for the stars. You might land on the clouds, right? Yeah, I got. I look at a lot of memes. I read memes, inspirational memes all day, right?
That's
so
good.
But yeah. So I did like that. I liked Sasha's, where Sasha had her the working from anywhere. Like, I try to automate my stuff as much as possible, which is why I'm able to do the Bosscast, and while the business is still kind of going while I'm here. But I like that. I like that concept, right? I liked Brittany's unashamedness. Unashamed. I'm making up new words, yo. Unashamedness. To just say what she wanted and say what, to be just very unapologetic about what her concept and I mean what she wants to do, and the doors she wants to open. Vanessa, the social media, I got to step up myself, which is why I got at Sasha, because Vanessa kind of put me to shame. So everybody had their thing. So I take a lot of stuff from a lot of different people, so I'm always just soaking in. I may not like write about it or post about it and stuff like that, but I'm a sponge. Like, I see and I'm just taking it in, and I try to implement it into my own stuff, right? So with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up soon, but I just want to let people know. So we're coming up with the new season, right? We're in the process of selecting our guests, or contacting them, getting that sorted out. How do we select our guests, Lady Shay? You just asked me. She didn't, but I'm just asking the question for her. First and foremost, my priority is my Morningstar printing clients. So I deal with a lot of business owners. So that was where kind of that concept came from, where I want to interview my clients. You've I guess had a lot of interesting conversations, I guess, through your business journeys, and you wanted to give everybody the opportunity to share their stuff, right? Kind of like giving back to the community.
Yeah. So, Morningstar Printing like started this journey with the intention to, showcase and share his client stories. I invited myself to the party, and here we are.
Exactly. Right. So, sorry, Phil just put a joke into our Bosscast group. I'm not even going to repeat it right now, but I'll chuckle. Moving on. Sorry. Thanks, Phil. Thanks. But yeah, so yeah, we do exactly. So I am very in tune to talking to the different clients, talking to my clients all the time. So I'm like, all right, let's just tape it, right? So they get my priority. So after that, it's just about business owners, and then the second priority is you have to be doing this full time. I'm not looking for side hustlers. I love the side hustlers. I was a side hustler, but my job is not to my job is to encourage the side hustlers, to show them it can be done and showing them how it's done to get here. Right. So we're going to be getting a little more technical in the coming season because the people who we're going to be interviewing I'm going to grill them more about the process.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's pretty much with that. And so we're looking forward to it. We finally got, the last piece of our puzzle, which was the Rodecaster, which is the audio box to make sure everything sounds as good as it looks.
We have a very nice carpet too.
Oh, yes. We got a nice carpet now. Shout out to Phil and the photo video studio, just beautifying this place, I'm gonna have to start wearing makeup soon because the light's all up in my face.
Yeah,
I gotta
you
make
need to
sure
powder your face.
powder the nose a bit,
Powder the nose.
and all that stuff. So you're gonna be seeing a lot more of us. We're gonna try and do the audio a little more. And as you see when we do our podcast, the discipline breeds success.
Yeah.
This season, we have a plan. We had a plan. The plan was this season to see who's down, to get that. Did the audio catch the sirens? Okay, see, we're good now. There's literal sirens outside, and I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but So anyways, yeah. So the plan this was just to establish the foundation.
Yeah. To
kind of figure out how we're gonna do this because we're all learning as we go along. There's issues with with our interviews. Our interview style doesn't necessarily jive with everybody.
Yeah.
There's that. There's also how we're gonna the video, where we're sitting, how we're doing, how I'm talking, how the video is being recorded, how the audio is being recorded, how we're editing, how we're doing a whole bunch of different things, right? And that's what this season was dedicated to. Learning, obviously getting the information from the guests is priority, but the structure, we're building the structure.
Yeah.
So now that we've built the structure, the foundation, we're trying to get some hits now. We're trying to get some views. We're trying to make some, get some money. We're trying to make money here at the Bosscast now. With the help of our guests, with the help of the watchers, with the help of everybody, right? So that we're going to keep it going. We're trying to make it bigger. We're going to try to make it better and more businessier. New word.
Again.
Businessier, right? So...
so we want to definitely, step up our game with the interviews this season or for these coming episodes. We want to make sure that we hit those points that are actually going to teach people how to move forward in an entrepreneurship journey.
Right.
Because I love hearing people's stories. I think that that's really important.
And we're going to get into your story a little more too.
Yeah yours too.
Yeah, my story too, right?
We have to talk about each other's
stories. We'll do that.
Like,
that's what we have the audio for.
Yeah,
so we can just talk.
We'll be doing that.
And next time Cheryl will be here in her track pants and running shoes.
Well, y'all need to tell me when it's just an audio week.
No, we're going to trick her one day. I'm going to tell her, I'm like, yo,
I'm going to
say we're not recording. I'm going to say we're not recording. Yeah, don't worry. Just come. And then have all the cameras ready for her when she gets here. Yeah. Yeah. Because we need to see our woman naturally in our natural element,
yeah, whatever. But yeah, so we want to hear the stories, but we also want to make sure we highlight the steps that some people took, so we're going to get that information from you, Ryan, one day. We'll sit down and have a conversation about how you moved from call center life, clocking in, clocking out, putting yourself on break,
hustling on the side, almost getting fired,
on hold to go to the washroom, stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm not.
To being able to, automate some of your business to sit here and do a recording. So I think, there's a lot more to come. I'm looking forward to the growth and the learning, and yeah.
There we go. Well, with that being said, I think we're wrapping this up. Just remember, like, comment, subscribe, follow, share. Helps that algorithm. Sponsored by Morningstar Printing. We print everything. Well, pretty much everything. There's some things we don't do, but pretty much everything. And thank you for listening, those who've made it to the end.
Thank you.
And you know what I'm going to do next time? I'm going to have a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway.
Okay.
For those who actually listen right to the end. Actually, no, I'm not going to put it at the end because no. We're going to do what are we giving away though? Oh yeah? All right. So for those who have listened to the end, share this video, share this podcast on social media, and I guess by next Tuesday, we will see who shared, and whoever shared it and acknowledges that they're sharing because they listened to the audio podcast. So you have to say, I listened to here it is. I listened to the Fulltime Bosscast audio, and you should too. And share that on what is it? On Instagram or Facebook, and tag the Fulltime Bosscast, tag any of the hosts, just so we see that you did it.
Yep. And
we will do a draw next week, and the winner will get a ring light.
Yes.
From the Photo Video Spot Studio. Did I say it right? Photo Video Spot Studio? Yeah. So free. You're gonna get a free ring light. These things are expensive. These things are expensive. I got a ring light at my house. I actually bought one from Phil.
I bought a ring light from Phil too.
So we know he expensive. And so he giving out ring lights. So make sure. All right, so we're gonna go over this again. So you're gonna post this on social media. You're gonna say, I listened to the Fulltime Bosscast audio version, and you should too. Put that on social media. Tag us in it. Tag the Fulltime Bosscast. No, the Fulltime Boss. Yeah, I'm the Fulltime Boss, or the Lady Shay, or Morningstar Printing, or Photo Video Studio. Is it? Yeah. Photo Video Spot. I'm not writing any of this down for you guys, by the way, because I want to make sure y'all listen to it and didn't just read it. And then we'll do a draw next week, and then we're gonna probably do draws every week with the audio. I like that. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff we can give away. I got Raptor tickets, I got iPads, I got cell phones, I got a lot of stuff too.
I don't know why he ain't giving none of it to me.
No, I ain't giving none of y'all. Right, but we'll talk.
I mean, I want some Raptors tickets. Hold on,
playoff tickets maybe even. So
hold on now.
They got to do a little bit more than share a video for that though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as time goes on. But when we do an audio episode, we will have giveaways with the audio. So just make sure.
But we're not gonna do it at the end though, because people will just fast forward to the end for the giveaway. We're gonna put it somewhere in the middle. You put the giveaways. You got to make I'm putting my finger at my brain like, hey. Yeah. So we're gonna put it somewhere, and it's not gonna be the same part every time. In fact, we may put keywords. They have to, the keyword is this. The keyword is that. They got to listen.
We don't need to talk about all the secrets now.
Yeah, we give away stuff.
We don't need to talk about all the secrets.
And we
will be giving away during.
And a lot of our guests, they have giveaways, but we just didn't really get it from them. They were willing to give away stuff, but we just really didn't take advantage of it. This season, we taking everything. Anyways, thank you for listening to the Fulltime Bosscast. Yes. I am Ryan the Boss. This is Lady Shay.
Yes.
And have a great week.
You too. Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
You have a great week.
That didn't make no sense. Bye.
I know.
About you too.
Well, you said have a great week, and I was saying you too, as in like you were saying it to me, but you were saying it to them. So anyways.
Bye, guys.
We're done, right?
You're now listening to the Fulltime Bosscast.